Two-time state place winner and defending state champion, and he's got it. He's got 20 seconds in which to pin him.
Rawlings struggling.
And here he's got the pin.
146, Mike. First period fall for state champion Eddie Jayne. That'll move the team score to St. Ed's 9, Walsh 3 here. Not an unexpected result, but it did happen with startling suddenness. Eddie Jayne, 14-0.
At 125 pounds, you're looking at Kurt Augustine, the senior from St. Ed's, 5-1, and Brent Zupancic, the sophomore from Walsh. His record stands at 8-5. Minute 53 to go in this first period. Uh-oh, we got a little bit of... Well, we've had a slight delay in the action on the mat, but we've got a minute 44 remaining here in the first period. It's still a scoreless first period.
Augustine, yet another senior from St. Ed's versus a sophomore, Zupancic from Walsh. Augustine we saw last week as the runner-up at Medina. Lost to Jason Allen of Worthington Kilbourne in the finals. He wrestled a great tournament, Mike.
Stalemate. Circling around on the outside is Brent Zupancic. Now he's on the right. The name of Walsh is on the left bottom of his uniform on the leg. And this is Zupancic. No points scored. We're down to the final minute of the first period.
So far, Augustine's only loss this year is to defending state champion
Zupancic, this is his first varsity start. And he's gone 8-5. That says a lot for his skills.
That's right. Defending state runner-up Jason Allen is what I meant to say, and Kurt Augustine's only defeat. I thought Zupancic this afternoon wrestled a very fine match against the Oklahoma State place winner, Sherd, losing to him like 8-6 in a match that was very, very close and one that wasn't expected to be.
Final 25 seconds.
Of course, a lot of these Walsh wrestlers from that North Akron Wrestling Club have wrestled all over the country as youth wrestlers, and so they're not intimidated by somebody from Oklahoma or any place else for that matter. Both boys warned for stalling. Second quarter action here. First period as noticed by the score. No takedowns, really no very good takedown attempts, and the double stalling warning.
And starting in the top position was Brent Zupancic against Kurt Augustine. St. Ed's. Zupancic with that 8-5 record. And Augustine with 5-1 record.
Again, we're seeing a situation where the Walsh wrestler looks like he's just being out-muscled a little bit here. Ed's boy, again, another senior versus sophomore confrontation. There's the reversal, 2-0. Nothing fancy about it.
No.
Just power.
That makes the score 2-0. With Augustine with that 2-point lead with a minute 27 remaining here in the second. Augustine trying to keep him on the mat.
We talk about that senior sophomore. It's interesting in this particular bout, Edge will start 9 seniors, Walsh 3.
So the future looks very bright for Walsh.
And it has for some time.
"57 seconds.
Augustine more of a control wrestler than we see with a lot of St. Ed's wrestlers. Riding tough.
Still in the advantage position, Kurt Augustine with that 2-point lead. With the final 47 seconds to go here in the second.
Very punishing ride.
Yes. Well, Kurt's going to let him up, and he does, and goes right after him. They're both on their feet with 30 seconds to go here in the second period, and a 2-1 score. St. Ed's has got that very slim lead, but Augustine going for another takedown with 19 seconds on the clock, and gets it. That makes it 4-1. Oh, he did that with ease, didn't he?
Just physically dominating this match, Kurt Augustine so far. Wrestling the kind of match he likes, a little bit of a down-tempo match, a control match, but one where he just eliminates all mistakes in his repertoire there.
And that second period ends with a score of 4-1. Augustine in the lead. Well, potentially dangerous with Zupancic in the advantage position to start the third period. He's down by 3. That standing crossbody is dangerous. Whoa! Almost hit Dave Starch, our camera person.
I've asked referee Ron Hegedish to assess a penalty point for running into our camera.
Oh, that's getting physical by Brent Zupancic. A potentially dangerous hold again.
Okay, so far this third period's been the longest 18 seconds in wrestling.
And looks like an escape. Not yet. Minute 30 on the clock. Still a 4-1 score.
Zupancic riding tough. He looks to me like Mike, like he's may like to win here, get back points, but if nothing else, it keeps the score low. He's not going to be giving up a major decision or anything in the interim. He's already run a minute off the clock here. And there's finally the escape, makes it 5-1 Augustine.
55 seconds to go. Third period, and it's a 4-point lead for Kurt Augustine, the senior from St. Ed's.
Augustine is starting forward on St. Ed's soccer team. Started wrestling at the age of 6. 30-8 last year as a junior.
Zupancic got in, but a nice guy gets the 2 points. That makes it 5-3.
Smart move by Augustine. Didn't want to risk back points there. I tell you, this has been a slow-paced third quarter, but it suited Zupancic perfectly.
Yeah.
He still has a chance here.
A caution against Zupancic with 18 seconds to go. Down by 2. It's a 1 point, another caution that makes it 6-3. That really hurt Zupancic. Gets that cross body in. Augustine gets on his feet. Potentially dangerous here. It's going to be called.
Feet on the ground still, so he won't call it.
Final 3 seconds. And time runs out. So your champion at 125 pounds is a senior from St. Ed's, Kurt Augustine. His record now is 6-1. At 130 pounds, this is Jim Johnson, the senior from Walsh. Record is 12-1. He's going to be challenging Brad Clement, the sophomore from St. Ed's. His record this year is 11-2.
Yeah, these are two really high-powered quality wrestlers. Johnson, twice the state place winner, third in the state the last 2 years, once at 3 and once at 12. Clement last year was fourth at 119, is only a freshman. Clement won a technical fall against Parkersburg 21-6, but Johnson lost an overtime match 3-2 to the Lawton opponent. Didn't look like himself in that match, Mike. We'll see if he comes back strong in this round. Just didn't shoot very much. Right now the team score is 12-3 for Eds.
Minute 22 to go in this first period. It's been scoreless so far.
Clement with a good shot here.
Yes, he does. And he gets the 2. That makes it 2-0. Clement, honor roll student, carries a 3.75 GPA, and as a sophomore.
Jimmy Johnson, 12-1 over the last 2.5 seasons there or thereabouts. Mike, he's 86-7. And one of those losses was in the first round this afternoon. Lets him go, makes it 2-1. Clement's older brother Blake, also a state place winner.
Oh boy. You can really tell them apart. You can see that maybe you can, but the little bit of red on the shoulder straps of the uniforms, and that is Walsh Jesuit. Stalemate with 12 seconds to go in this first period, a 2-1 score. And the first period will end with a score that way, 2-1. So,
second escape there makes it 2-2.
I'm sorry?
I said the second escape there makes it 2-2. Johnson looking just a little tentative on some of his shots today.
Yeah. No advantage yet. Good counter by Clement. Minute 39 to go in the second. It's all tied up at 2.
Johnson already twice a sectional, twice a district champion, twice a Medina champion. He has had a brilliant career. Started at the age of 7 at the North Akron Wrestling Club and was a tremendous youth wrestler then.
A nice shot by Johnson, but nice counter by Clement. Well, I'll tell you, Clement's not going to give up on this. Going to bring him down to the mat, and he cannot. Both will be up. Again, still tied at 2. Minute 4 to go here in the second.
Both these boys up a couple weight classes. Clement from 119 to 130. Johnson from 112 to 130. Johnson has really grown in the last year.
No advantage yet.
Johnson working towards that takedown here.
Nothing yet.
Still play in that position, in my opinion, so I don't think they'll call a stalemate right away, but they do anyhow. They didn't see as much playing it as I did.
Exactly 1/2 minute remaining here in the second. It's all knotted up at 2. Yeah, shooting was Clement. Couldn't get in deep enough.
Not much scoring, but a lot of action in this period. Much more of a defensive match than I would have guessed initially. Another stalemate.
I think Sandy Cagio is going to call stalling on both of them shortly.
Last 10 seconds of the second period here. A little bit of relaxing on Clement's part there.
It may cost him 2 seconds, 1 second. No points. A little confusion at the scorers table of who had the choice. But Clement from St. Ed's is in the down position. Jimmy Johnson from Walsh, the junior, has got the advantage, but we're all tied up at 2. It's been primarily a defensive struggle through the first 2 periods. 1 takedown and 2 one-point conversions for Johnson.
He's turned him. He's turned him.
Got back points.
Boy, a pin here could turn this dual meet right around.
Minute 20 to go here in the third.
There's the fall. 4 minutes, 48 seconds. A huge turnabout here. Johnson was expected to win, but certainly not the pin.
So your champion, Jim Johnson, this junior from Walsh, extends his record now to 13-1. At 135 pounds, Clint Musser, the junior from Walsh, undefeated this year at 6-0. He'll go against Jim Wallace, the senior from St. Ed's. His record this year stands at 10-2.
Clint Musser, of course, one of the great wrestlers in Ohio, in fact, throughout the nation in terms of high school wrestlers. Already a 2-time state champion as a junior. But that's not stopping Jimmy Wallace. He's going right out there. Wallace exceptionally good on his feet. He won 25 bouts last year, and he just missed state qualification. Musser, too, up 3 weight classes. He was the state champ at 112 as a freshman, 119 as a sophomore, now wrestling 135.
Off the mat, minute 31 to go in the first period. Still no score, and it's a 12-9 team score with Eds on top.
Both boys won in the first round. Wallace beating a very tough Parkersburg opponent by 8-5 score. Musser also having a tough battle with one of the state qualifiers from Oklahoma, but winning in the end by about 4.
The wrestler with the elbow taped up, that's the right elbow, is Tom Dawson from St. Ed's.
No, Jimmy Walsh.
Or Jimmy Walsh from St. Ed's.
Wallace very good on takedowns. Medina champ, second at the Warren, Pennsylvania tournament. That was his only loss so far this year. I stand corrected, Mike. He has 2 losses. He also lost, I gotta forget to, Vaughn from St. Ignatius, the defending state champion in Ohio.
So no takedown yet. Musser is working at it and gets it. And he scores first. It's a 2-0 match. First period with 17 seconds remaining, and Clint Musser has the lead. Time runs out. We start the second period with Jim Wallace, the senior from St. Ed's, in the advantage position, but he's down by 2. Now it is 3.
Musser rolling up the points. If he wins just a regular decision here, which I guess most people would expect, that would tie the dual meet at 12. Should he get bonus points for major decisions or technical fall or whatever, that would put Walsh in the lead for the first time since the 103-pound bout. Wallace, who started at age 8 wrestling at the Longwood Y, had 3 varsity years with St. Ed's. Part of that time, of course, on their, what they call their green team, their second varsity team, but he was 19-5 as a sophomore, 25-12 last year in a district qualifier, 10-2 this year.
Musser's won 7 tournaments last year, losing only to Fetcher at Worthington. And quite a soccer player. With a minute showing on the clock, it is a 3-0 score with Musser, one of the top prospects in the country, enjoying a 3-point lead. That's why we've got so many college coaches here tonight.
I saw John Fritz here from Penn State. 2 Ohio boys wrestling for them. Shawn Nelson, they're 118, and Josh Robbins, they're 158. Oh, Musser, nice move.
It sure is. Doesn't have it yet. 32 seconds.
Wallace has wrestled very, very tough match.
Sure has. And there's the takedown. That makes it 5-0.
Musser just doesn't quit on a move, though. And
No.
maybe that's why he's a 2-time state champ already. Trying to bar the arm there.
Final seconds in the second period. 5-0 score, and Clint Musser is enjoying that lead here as we end the second period. Musser lets Wallace up. That makes it 5-1. But Musser is so good on his feet.
Yeah, there's no question about that. 82-5 his first 3 years of varsity wrestling. 4 of those losses were when he was a freshman. As you mentioned, his only loss last year, first week of the season.
And a 2-time state champion this year. He could join the very elite 3-time state champions and could go for the 4.
Right. No Division I wrestler has ever won 4 straight state titles, and 2 boys right now are on track to do that. Willie Weinberg from Fairfield, who's won 2, and Clint Musser, who has also won 2.
And let's face it, he's only going to get better.
I'll tell you, Wallace, a high-quality opponent, though, here, Mike.
Yes.
He hasn't backed up. He's stayed in Musser's face. He has not made scoring easy against him. Very impressive match that we had Wallace against Hobbs of Licking Heights in the finals at Medina last week. Taking 6 takedowns in that match to win easily.
Well, it's the one thing about Musser, though. He, in every tournament in the last 3 years, with a few exceptions, he's first. First in the sectional, first in the district, first in the state, first at Worthington.
Yeah, he doesn't lose often, and there's another takedown.
It makes it 7-1. Or that's 5-3.
Yeah.
The scoreboard is wrong. It is 7-1. Final 30 seconds of this 135-pound match.
Very workmanlike, methodical job by Clint Musser.
Yeah.
Tough opponent, but he's gotten 3 takedowns and a 7-1 lead.
And the final 8 seconds of this match. And Clint Musser will extend his record to 7-0. And there's your 135-pound champion, Clint Musser. At 140 pounds, this is Gerry Ford, the senior from Walsh. 10-4 this year. He's going to be challenging Tom Dawson, the senior from St. Ed's, 8-3, a state place winner last year at 135.
This is a big match in this dual meet here. If Ford can pull off a victory, that would give a lot of momentum to Walsh here going into the upper weights.
Well, the score is all knotted at 12 here.
You can see how heavily taped Dawson's knee is. He was hurt at the Medina tournament. He had to default down to 6th place.
My, and can get him on his back here. The minute 37 on the clock.
Ford's got a lot of chances here.
So it's a 2-point and 2.
Three.
Oh, 3. That makes it 5-0. Ford with that 5-point move.
Boy, we have seen the Johnson pin over Clement to really ignite the Walsh team here, where the Warriors have really moving.
Ford has almost been wrestling from birth. He started in kindergarten, has been at Longwood in Akron North. And his father is very involved in wrestling. With a minute 5 to go in this first period, Ford's enjoying that 5-point lead.
He has been something of an enigma, though, Mike. He has wrestled very well at times and then wrestled as if he has been either out of shape or been ill or had stage fright or something. He just has not been himself in a number of matches, and Dawson is hurt. Those ribs that he also hurt at Medina are sore.
Ford is going to let him up. No, he doesn't either. Now he gets his 1 point escape. That makes it 5-1. Yeah, you're right. Last year he was 30-4, 3rd in the sectional, 1st in the district, and then qualified at the state.
He was a state 4th place winner as a freshman at 103 pounds, and has not been able to place at that level since, although he has had by any standard a fabulously successful high school career.
Well, last year he had his freshman year, he was doing great, but then he had some injury problems. "18 seconds remaining here in the first period. It's a 4-point lead for Walsh's senior, Gerry Ford. And he may get in again. Nope, nice counter though by Tom Dawson.
Geez, he was almost too far in on that shot, Mike. He, I think, was surprised as to where he ended up.
And that ends the first period. We'll score 5-1. On top of the advantage position, starting the second period, is Tom Dawson from Eds. The advantage still will be to Dawson. The one with a white knee brace is Dawson from St. Ed's. Walsh has the black knee brace.
6-1 after that escape now. I'll tell you, Ford wrestles like this all the time. He's not going to get beat very often.
You better believe it. He's just never in trouble and doesn't make any of those foolish mistakes.
Dawson's father, Bill, a referee. His brother, Kenny, wrestles for St. Ambrose, and he himself has a 3.7 GPA.
Ford trying to build on that lead. Still no advantage yet, potentially dangerous.
Right now, I think Walsh smells a potential upset, Mike, in this
I think you're right.
Now that makes it 6-3. Dawson with a nice move there, head and arm combination.
42 seconds in the second period, and he lets him up, he being Dawson, so it makes it 7-3. A nice attempt by Gerry Ford. Gets around. Got to bring him down to the mat, though.
Needed a little more horsepower on that move, but he still may get it.
Nah, he gets his arm out. He thought he could get the wizard, couldn't, and so Ford gets 2 more.
7-5.
I gave that takedown to Ford. The takedown went to Dawson.
Dawson sported Ford that 5-point lead early on in the first period, but he's narrowed it to 7-5 now. And there's the end of the period.
7-5 score with Ford with just a slim 2-point lead. You know, winning timeout called. It was stopped because Gerry Ford has his hand in Dawson's uniform inadvertently, and it could have been dangerous.
Dawson looking here for another takedown. That would tie it. Head and arm.
And he's got it.
7-7 and now 8-7. Ford again.
I'll tell you what, Tom Dawson has got a lot of confidence now.
This has been Ford's pattern here. Out very fast in the first 2 or 3 minutes and then struggling towards the end.
There's so much riding on this other than just the winning of a duel meet here. And for Lawton from Oklahoma's got a lot riding on it too. We're talking about title of national champion. And a lead goes to Dawson for the first time at 9-8 with a minute remaining.
And the escape ties it at 9. Fans in a frenzy here now.
Whoa. Ford apparently hurt his hand.
After that injury time, Ford back on the mat here. Dawson with 2 varsity letters as a football linebacker. He's got that build, albeit a little bit smaller than you might expect.
Yes. 33 seconds to go. All tied up at 9. I think the momentum sits with Tom Dawson. $25 on the clock.
He can't afford a mistake here, though, Mike.
No, he can't. And trying to get around, and does. No points yet. A wizard put in by Ford.
Last 15 seconds. He's got it. He's got it.
5 seconds.
7-9.
And Ford puts his head on the mat and gives up. So the champion at 140 pounds, the senior from St. Ed's, Tom Dawson. At 145 pounds, Jaime Groudle, the sophomore from Walsh, with an 8-5 record this year, has got to go against Robert Valdiva, the senior from St. Ed's, his record at 10-3.
Well, that could have been a real momentum turner again. We saw Clement losing on a fall to Johnson, turn it back toward Walsh. I think this may have turned it back yet again in St. Ed's favor. Valdiva, first time down at 145 pounds. He was at 152. But boy, that didn't help. Groudle in there like a tiger, fought 2-0 lead.
It's amazing. He's wrestling now at 145 pounds. Groudle's wrestled as high as 160 this year.
Yeah, just last week in Medina.
Yes. It's a 2-point takedown for Groudle. Groudle in the advantage position with 1:34 to go here in the first period and a 2-point lead. As a freshman, he had a 3.975 GPA, but it dropped as a sophomore this year with 3.94.
Oh, jeez. How awful. Okay, there's the escape that makes it 2-1. Valdiva is kind of different here, at least in one respect, with the rest of the wrestlers. He didn't start wrestling till the 9th grade, Mike, at the age of 14.
And another takedown by Groudle.
Makes it 4-1.
58 seconds to go in the first period at the 4-1 score.
Ed's ahead 15-12 right now in the dual meet, and I'm sure Walsh is thinking about the might have beens there. They might have been ahead by 3 themselves.
Groudle in the advantage position. The big difference between the two is the white headgear for Groudle, the sophomore from Walsh. He's got the 3-point lead, 4-1.
The other big difference is he's on top.
Yes, sirree. Final 30 seconds of the first period.
Groudle. Oh my.
Oh! Cross body and a reversal. That's 2 points now for Valdiva.
Nice move by Valdiva there as he saw the cradle coming. He braced the leg against Groudle's leg and managed to turn that into a nice neat reversal and narrow the match to a 1-pointer.
Final 4 seconds. And off the mat they go with 1 second on the clock. And the first period will end with a 4-3 score with Groudle lead been cut to 1. That ends the first. Starting the second period, Groudle again starts in the advantage position. And no escape yet for Valdiva. But he's working at it.
Five-4 now.
Groudle feels he can take him down, but he's almost been reversed a couple of times. One, he was reversed, and there he was reversed again. There's a takedown. No points. No points. As is typical in every official call, half love it and half dislike it. They've changed the score on that one. It's now 4-4. Valdiva earned an extra point. With a minute 12 to go, it's all knotted up. The single by Groudle. And the counter now by Valdiva. I bet they call a stalemate here.
Yeah, it's winding down into that situation.
Unless they do something, they're going to call a sprawling warning. .53 seconds to go in the second. Well, nice attempt by
That was his best shot of the match.
I'll tell you, Valdiva is getting a little confidence going here. Off the mat.
Yeah, I think that's an important point that you make. Valdiva was pinned by Parkersburg in the second period earlier today. I think these points that he scored have made a difference. And there's a illegal hold.
It's going to be 1 point for Groudle. That makes it 5-4. 31 seconds to go in the second.
Valdiva, a very fine student, Mike. Honors classes at St. Ed's. Thinking of majoring in either chemical or electrical engineering in college.
By golly, great ambition.
Groudle looking for back points here, and he's going to get him. He may have the fall.
13 seconds.
And there it is. 3 minutes, 50 seconds. I'll tell you, Groudle's tough.
And the winner, Jaime Groudle. The sophomore from Wallace extends his record to 9-5. At 152 pounds. This is Frank Olin from St. Ed's, a senior, record 6-6. He's going to be going against Joe O'Neill, the sophomore from Walsh, who's undefeated this year with a 5-0 record.
I tell you, Mike, there was another shot out of the dark there. Match that Valdiva seemed to be gaining control over.
Yeah.
Suddenly turned back around and Groudle gaining the pin and giving Walsh the 18-12 lead, 18-15 lead. And this is O'Neill, who was so brilliant at Medina, and he's going for the fall right now.
And he's brilliant right here.
And there it
He
is.
got it.
24 seconds. Oh, are they pumped now?
At 160 pounds, warming up, this is Scott Overholt, the sophomore from Walsh. 113-2 record so far this year. He takes on Eric Krawczyk, who is 7-6, this junior from St. Ed's.
Mike, this is really a big match now because those two falls have really changed the strategy of this particular duel meet. I mean, it seems likely that Walsh is going to win at 89 with Damon Williams. There's two. He's going for another fall here.
Minute 38 to go in the first. Oh my God.
We may see a 14-year string coming to an end here, because a pin here would mean Edge would have to win the last three, and that's highly unlikely. He's bringing him back out on the mat.
Minute 19. Everybody's looking. That's how much he needs, just that little bit.
Bill Barger, hand by his mouth. You can't see him on the camera, but he's suddenly anticipating victory here. Overholt.
Minute and 1 second.
Great camera shot here of how close it is. He's bringing that shoulder down.
Krawczyk still fighting it. 51 seconds. And he got out of it. And he got a reversal. So that's a 5-point move for Overholt and 2-point reversal for Krawczyk. My heavenly days. 30 seconds to go here in the first period. And he's going to try and turn Overholt. Brian, talk about never giving up. What a job by Krawczyk. And 1-point escape now for Overholt. 19 seconds to go here in the first period. They're pretty active out there.
Okay, here it's 6-2, last 8 seconds of the first period. And we have had a lot of excitement in the last 10 minutes or so of time.
Say the least. That ends it with a score 6-2 with Overholt in the lead. Krawczyk starts in the advantage position and down by 4. It's 1:55. It's all the time that remains here in the second period. And staying in control is Eric.
I think conventional wisdom would say here, Mike, that Ed's is going to win at 71 in heavyweight, maybe pin both places, so they'll get to 12 there, and that at 89 is likely to go Walsh's way. So this match is really the decider if that wisdom holds up, because if Overholt wins, that's going to be enough for Walsh to take this duel meet. Certainly if he had pinned.
Yeah, it's down by 9. Uh-oh. And the 1-point escape now for Overholt.
Back on his feet, and this is where he's really dangerous, Mike. We saw him last year. Lateral dropped a 2-time state champ from Michigan right to his back in a key match for them when they beat Bedford, Michigan here in the Super Quad last year.
That makes it 7-2. Just inside a minute to go in the second.
Overholt looks a little tired, though.
Yeah, it does. One thing you can bank on, the St. Ed's wrestlers are in great condition.
No question about it. Overholt also just a sophomore. Started at age 8 at the North Akron Wrestling Club. 7th in the Cadet Nationals the year before last. Bringing Krawczyk up.
And down.
Back on his back again.
With 30 seconds to go. Oh, he's got that tight.
He can't hold him. Remember, Overholt's wrestling up a weight, Mike. He's been 52 all year. The Walsh crowd really sensing it here.
10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and Krawczyk caught off the pin.
And that makes it 12-2.
Final 2 minutes of this match, and now Krawczyk has got his work cut out for him. He's going to have to pin him. He's down by 10.
Yeah, he's just cut it to 8. He makes it 12-4.
And that's what he's fighting for. He wants a pin. He knows what he needs.
Overholt looks very tired. Now we saw Dawson come back from a long ways, but can Krawczyk come from way behind? 13-4. Right now, it's a major decision if he can hold that 9-point lead.
You're right. Overholt does look tired. Ah, he's not tight enough to get 2 more.
No, that's Krawczyk.
Oh, that's Krawczyk, I'm sorry.
13-6.
Minute 6 to go. I'll tell you what, Krawczyk is a gutsy wrestler.
14-6. He's been hit by 2 5-point moves, Mike. Other than that, of course, that's a big other.
Yeah.
He's been in this match.
.46 seconds to go. No points yet.
The clock is definitely Overholt's biggest ally right now with that 8-point lead.
And he's just going to hang on. .25 seconds. Krawczyk gets 2 more, and it's 14-8.
It looks like it's going to be too little too late here, though.
Because he can put him on his back, but he's got to do it in the next 11 seconds.
It's not going to be enough. Great comeback by Krawczyk, but it's not going to make any difference. 14-8.
And your 160-pound champion, winning it 14-8, was the sophomore from Walsh Jesuit. Sends his record now to 14-2. At 171 pounds, Dominic Cursio, the junior from Walsh, 0-1 this year, goes against Steve Neider, the junior from St. Ed's, at 12-1. But
that's not Neider, Mike. That's a switch.
Is that right? Well, Cursio did a nice job wrestling for the first time this year in the varsity level. It's an escape now for St. Ed's. Last minute switch was made. Brian, did you find out who it is?
It's Shawn Rooks, who's been a 189 most of the year, has moved down to 171. That's where they weighed him in. You know, this is a desperate situation. It requires desperate moves. They're going to move Neider up to 189 to go against Damon Williams. That's their only hope of winning.
Good, good. That's what I said, coaches and their chess moves.
Okay, Shawn Rook is a junior, Mike, 11th grader at St. Ed's. Been wrestling at 189 this year, where he was 7-5. I didn't see the weigh-in sheet, but evidently he weighed in at 171 just for such an eventuality.
Well, he's a pinner, too.
That's right. He has not placed at Warren and Medina, but again, Cursio, as you mentioned, only one varsity match this year, and that was the one this afternoon against Lawton. The one that he lost 22-20 in overtime in one of the most fan-motivated matches I've ever seen. Both sides going absolutely crazy for the last 5 minutes of that match.
Final 34 seconds of the first period. It's a 3-2 score with St. Ed's Shawn Rook on top. Shawn Rook has the black earpiece for St. Ed's. The gray earpiece on the headset for his Walsh is Dominic Cursio. So there's his gray. And he's in a down position now. 13 seconds remaining. And an escape point.
3-3, and that's the way it's going to end at the end of the first period.
There's a good look at Shawn Rook. As we start the second period, he's in the advantage position again, and it's all knotted up at 3.
I tell you, Mike, it now makes a big difference in my mind. The fact that the Overholt was not able to get that extra bonus point for the major decision. The Krawczyk came back, stalling warning on Cursio, because 2 decisions and a fall now will tie it for Eds.
And off the net they go. Still all tied at 3. Oh, nice try for the crossover by Cursio.
He already looks tired, Mike. He wrestled that 22-20 overtime match while Rooks didn't wrestle in the first round.
I'll tell you, this crowd here went crazy.
Right here.
Oh, wow. I'll tell you, Shawn gets the pin.
Moves it to 27-21.
And they love it here in Eagle Land. So Shawn Rook becomes the 171-pound champion, and now it's 21-27. Getting ready at 189 pounds. Damian Williams, the senior from Walsh, will go against Sam Neider, the junior from St. Ed's.
This is a big one, Mike. This is it.
Sure is.
The heavyweight's almost sure to go Ed's way with a fall, so Williams wins and Walsh wins, Neider wins, and Ed's probably wins.
Of course, he's giving up a few pounds, like 18.
Yeah, but Williams is not a particularly enormous 89er.
Well, you're right. He doesn't look that big, does he?
He was a 171 last year.
Whoop. And no takedown. A lot of action for the big guys, huh? I'll tell you, they move around like 103-pounders. You have a colored monitor. The wrestler in the blue shoes is Neider from St. Ed's.
You mentioned Williams totally undefeated. Neider, in reality, his only loss was on a disqualification when he accidentally injured the St. Ignatius opponent in the dual meet. So other than that, he would have also been undefeated. He was ahead at the time. One of those things where lifted the opponent off the mat and was unable to control him on the way down.
The fans are getting into this, aren't they?
Well, everybody kind of thought after 160 it was over, but the switch by Greg Urbis made a big difference. Now it's up to Neider. It's a tough decision, tough assignment for him, but he's looking good right now. He's been the more aggressive of the two here in the first period.
30 seconds remaining, that's all. Out of bounds. Final 26 seconds. First period. It's been scoreless. Oh, nice try again by Neider.
Oh, Williams turned him over.
Got the 2. 10 seconds on the clock.
I didn't see the sign.
I didn't either. Let's take a look at that again. And that's the way you take them down and put them on their back. It's a 4-0 score now with 5 seconds to go, and Neider of St. Ed's has got the lead.
No, that's Williams.
I'm sorry. That's Williams, Damon Williams. Neider starts the second period in the advantage position, and a 1-point escape for Damon Williams. 35-3 last year, 4th in the state. Minute 49, that's all the time that remains in the second. Williams had a hit in the upper part of the jaw, and I think maybe the gum was bleeding, but that was about it. It's over with in a hurry. And he's getting a little physical, Williams is, but he's got a 5-point lead.
Well, this is a match that we've seen before, I think, Mike. Walsh with the big early lead. Question seems, can they hold it? With Ford and Dawson, it was Dawson who came back to win. With Overholt and Krawczyk, Overholt held on. Well, Walsh now would certainly like to have seen that extra point come in on the major. Oh, look at that.
Now he's got to try and get a crossover, but he can't. Got delayed with 1:09 to go in the second. But Neider is down by 5. This will be a stalemate, and is.
Heads. 14 seasons without losing a dual meet. Their last loss in 1978 to
He's got his toes on there.
5-2.
He gets the 2. Nice move by Neider. .47 seconds. It's all the time that's remaining here in the second. And now Williams from Walsh. His lead has been cut to 3. 5-2. But he's not doing much on top, and he could be called for a stalling warning, and he is.
Now they're warning the Walsh wrestler.
Williams. .15 seconds. No points yet.
There's the escape point. That makes it 6-2. Looked like there could have been more there, but Neider staved it off.
Time runs out in the second, and it's a 4-point lead for Williams. Final 2 minutes of this 189-pound class wrestling match, and Neider escapes. That makes it 6-3. Neider likes that upper body, doesn't he? He's going to try and turn into him and gets the 2-down takedown. That makes it 6-5. Now Neider wants to have to try and turn him.
Well, he'll let him go, I think, here.
Minute 27.
Oh, he waited too long. And the reversal. 8-5. Coach Urbis was yelling for him, screaming him to let him go, but he waited too long.
What can you hear with all this noise? Minute 8.
He's got him on his back. Back points now.
This could end it for St. Ed's. That's 2.
10-5. Under a minute. Great wrestling by Damon Williams here.
You better believe it.
And yet Neider no quitting him.
40 seconds.
And a reversal makes it 10-7.
He's got to put him on his back now just to tie it.
Oh, a dangerous move rolling like that. I thought he'd just stand up. 25 seconds. And the escape makes it 11-7 here. 14 seconds.
And Damian Williams looks like he's exhausted. They're both on their feet with 12 seconds to go in the match. And a 4-point lead for the senior from Walsh.
Williams smart, just grabbing a leg. He'll hold it out. 14 years of undefeated record here, dual meet against Ohio opponents, about to go down the drain.